The markets are roaring higher. Are there any opportunities? Join me today as I share with you one stock that I'm looking at. Welcome back to the STA Club. Let's begin. The market has been moving upward strongly with minimal pullback. So what other stocks can we look at for either a value buy or short-term trade? Today I want to introduce you to UNH, United Health Group. Technically speaking, the chart is on a sideways movement with 460 at the low of the rectangle. So that would be a price I would consider. When looking at UNH peers, we have Elevance Health and Cigna Group. Let's take a look at their chart before we move on to the fundamental analysis. This is ELV. ELV is also on a uptrend within a rectangle. So compared to UNH, ULV is slightly higher. Cigna is going strong and approaching the per trend line. So in this case, Cigna and ELV are currently not ripe for taking action. Let's take a look at the fundamentals. UNH, ROIC and ROE is a high double figure. The total debt is slightly more than 2 times of their free cash flow. ELV's ROIC is a single digit, so comparatively, I would prefer UNH in terms of the management. And for Cigna, ROIC is single digit as well. Let's take a look at the growth. Cigna Group's free cash flow is growing at about 25% for the past 5 years. ELV is growing at about 20%. And UNH is growing at about 13%. So comparatively, from a valuation perspective, when investors use discounted cash flow analysis, they will probably be looking at CI and ELV because of the cash flow growth. But from a holistic perspective, I'm actually looking at not just a double figure cash flow growth, but also the management. So from the management point of view, the ROIC, ROE is double figure. The debt is slightly more than 2 times of the free cash flow. ELV's ROIC is single figure, and the ELV's total debt is more than 3 times the free cash flow. Cigna's ROIC is single figure, and the total debt is slightly more than 3 times. So I am very conservative, so therefore I'm looking at UNH, and I'm looking at something that is more actionable in the short term. So this is what I'm looking at UNH. Next, let's look at the discounted cash flow intrinsic value. On Guru Focus, UNH is priced at $739. On Alpha Spread, UNH DCF value is $478. And on valueinvesting.io, the intrinsic value is $322. What we are seeing here is $300 over dollars, $400 over dollars, and $600 over dollars. So there's a lot of discrepancy. Personally, I like to do my own calculation. Just now we saw that UNH was growing at 13%. The discount rate, which is the rate that we use to discount future cash flow, I would prefer using the WACC, but I will use the average of what I find on 3 websites that I'd like to share with you. One is Guru Focus, Guru Focus WACC is 6.5%. WACC on value investing is about 6%. And finally, WACC on Finbox is between 7 to 8%. So using the latest free cash flow and knowing that it grows at about 13% over the next 5 years, I will raise my discount rate to 8% to be conservative. And it works out to be about $460, which is very close to Alpha Spread's valuation. And at the same time, technically speaking, it is at the lower part of the rectangle. So this will be what I'm looking at. So what can we do in terms of taking action? So I have already set an alert. Once price hit 460, I will be watching the price action before deciding on the entry. That's all I have for you today. If you like more stock picks, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you next time.